Good morning, my cool kids. How's everybody doing on this? Oh boy, it's the return of the desert heat and the summer sun. I'm melting. What the fuck? How's everybody doing today? Honestly, yes, it is the morning time right now. I believe it's about 7:45, and it is probably 85 degrees outside and humid already. Good Lord, I do not mind the heat, as I have said many times to y'all. However, the humidity that makes me go like this, it feels like I could cut a hole in the air and take a bite. Not so much. N'est pas bien. So, today I have a little bit something different. This is a story of fiction, but has a very nice little moral, value to it. I liked it, and it's a familiar tale, a familiar metaphors, but with a little bit of added glory to it. So without further to-do, other than not trip on the giant tree that was uprooted just recently from that mucho grande storm that was not very fun to be a part of. So, a young lady in her early 20s goes to visit her mother and father. She arrives home. She's been having it rough. She just needed a vacation in general to get away. Not to go do anything, necessarily, but literally to do nothing and to catch back up and to just get her bearings straight again. Her mother was gone for the morning, and her father, a chef, and her are sitting in the kitchen just talking. The father can see on his daughter's face that, something's wrong, something's up. Something is not okay with his little girl. He goes, "Young lady, you know you can't hide anything from me. What's wrong?" With a little, sad, gloomy look upon her face, she looks up at him and goes, "Dad, things have just, they've been changing lately, and it's a lot of things that I've never experienced in my life before, and it feels like it's not worth it. It's not worth to keep trying. I just want to give up. I'm not talking about suicide or, taking myself out or anything like that. But I just want to give up on everything that I'm doing right now. I can't handle it. I cannot do it." Well, her father looks down, looks back up at her, and he goes, "Are you hungry?" She goes, "Oh, are you changing the topic on me?" He goes, No, just wait a moment." He takes out 3 pots and fills them with water and puts them up on the stove and starts to get them to a boil. The 3 pots are all boiled up, and he puts potatoes in one. He puts eggs in another pot. And then in the third and final one, he puts some coffee beans. She goes, "That's an odd breakfast, wouldn't you say, Dad?" And he goes, "Just give me a moment, please." Now, the first thing to finish, obviously, was the coffee. Takes a ladle some out for her. She takes a big sniff, takes a sip, and, it makes her feel good, and she's happy. She goes, "Oh, thank you for making the coffee, Dad, but the potatoes and the eggs? Like, we're boiling the eggs? Why?" He doesn't answer. He waits. Next thing that's done is the eggs. Takes the eggs out, salts it and hands it to her, and she takes a bite into the egg that, went from being like a soft yolk into a nice hard-boiled egg, and she ate it slowly. A little bit of a weird breakfast. And then the potatoes are finished. He takes those out, easily cuts through them, from being the hard that they were before, and hands them to her. She grabs some ketchup and starts eating those. A little bit of a weird breakfast, but, thanks her father. And he goes, "So, which are you?" And she goes, "Excuse me?" He goes, "Well, once they were boiled, the potatoes went from hard to a soft, easy to cut, mushy, delicious treat. The eggs went from a yolk inside and, would have scattered all about to a hard boiled egg. And the coffee, being boiled, was its own unique thing and turned into, coffee, as we are all very used to. It's just like in life. When we have something thrown at us, how are you going to react? Are you going to grow sturdy and strong and, completely change from the way you were before, the weak, yolky mess of egg? Are you going to go from the strong, independent person that you were to a soft, mushy mess like the potatoes? or you're going to have your own unique, just change from literally coffee beans to coffee. It just goes to say, in the long run, it all depends on how you react to something in your life. How you take everything in stride, or you take the steps towards things that hit you in different ways. Somebody could be strong as ever, but then they have something hit them and they crumble into a pile. Or you could have somebody who's very weak and just, it doesn't seem like they can handle anything, and then they have some adversity thrown at them, and the next thing you know, they're rising up and, they're standing up for themselves and they're taking control, and here they are. And then you have other people that, there they are, something happens, some adversity hits them, and then they go off in a totally different way that you would have never expected. That still turns out wonderful, but what? Where did that come from? Honestly. Like coffee. I mean, who was the first person that was like, you know what, let's grind up these beans, boil them, and then drink it. But in any case, that's it. Honestly is like a really nice little hit you right there real quick, like makes you think, it doesn't matter where you are right now or how you are right now. It only matters how you react, how you are able to, work with whatever's thrown at you, how you're able to grow, how you're able to figure out those next steps, and how you're able to continue going, what path you end up taking once that does hit you. Just something to think about for the day. I thought that would, it was like a story that a lot of people know, but nice little spin on it. Positive vibes for a positive life. And don't forget to always portray the best possible version of yourself, staying true in the process. Have yourselves a wonderful day.